As far as I knew, we were just an ordinary little pack of dogs. Actually, one of my earliest memories is of my ma, on all fours in the bathroom, saying, "You must never let anyone see your skin suit. Only take off your fursuit on Sundays to bathe."
Can you imagine being 8 years old when this f***ing thing walks up to you and says, "Remember, sonny boy, do not let the Who Man see you with your skin suit, alright? We are dogs. We are actually f***ing dogs." Also, only being allowed to bathe on Sundays? Bro, you know that whole family was probably musty as hell. Just casually walking around smelling like a middle school boy's locker room without all the Axe body spray. This kid is gonna need every single therapist in the world to do the Dragon Ball Z fusion dance so they can combine and deal with this trauma. Oh my god.
On all levels except physical, I am a wolf.
Yo, how's it going, broskis? It's your boy Lofi here, and today we're going to be looking at a video from my favorite homies over on True Stories, which are definitely 100% true stories, you know, 100% real, definitely not fake, titled, "I Was Raised by Furries," alright? It's animated, and of course, you know, on this channel, I love looking at true animated stories, okay? I haven't reacted to some cringe animations in a while, so I figured why not do it today? So sit back, relax, grab your fursuits, and let's get right into this.
Hey, my name's Toby, and I had a bit of an alternative upbringing. My therapist said sharing my story would help with my recovery, so here goes.
Bro's really out here talking about, oh man, I used to be a furry, like it was genuinely something that traumatized him. Look, dude, back in 2014 when I ran a meme page on iFunny, I got tricked into thinking I was a furry because I liked Super Saiyan 4 Goku, alright? Look, I was 14, I didn't know any better, but I recovered after a long night of shedding tears, accepting my fate. And then after about a week of genuinely looking into that type of stuff, realizing it actually didn't interest me, I kind of just went back to finishing the rest of Dragon Ball GT, and 10 years later, I turned out alright. Mostly, I guess.
I grew up on my parents' remote rural farm. The nearest town only had a gas station, post office, and an all-items trading shack. That's where my pa traded the beets, carrots, and corn we grew for cash and other supplies.
How much you want to bet that this kid was also homeschooled, bro? It's always the homeschooled kids who live out in the middle of nowhere who end up having the most crazy, weird life growing up experiences. And of course, the furry parents who are raising their child as a literal dog would live on a farm, out in the middle of nowhere. Like, what, you're gonna force them to pee outside next? On some, the world is your toilet, woof woof.
My parents were different, only I never knew, until I was much, much older. From birth, I only knew them as dogs. You see, my parents wore dog suits 24/7. Giant fluffy dog costumes that covered their entire bodies and faces. I never saw them without fur.
Do you think when this kid was like 5, he turned on Cartoon Network, saw Scooby-Doo, and was like, "Mom, Dad, is that my uncle?" Just every time he saw a stray dog, he had to question whether or not it was one of his family members. Seriously though, how do you not question at a certain age? Maybe my parents aren't actual human beings. Like you see everybody else with their mommy and daddies walking around the town like, "Oh yeah, look, a wonderful, normal, happy family." And then you go home and both your parents are just in full Air Bud cosplay.
And they didn't do things by halves. So I had my own dog suit, with black and red fur, and these big wide ears. As far as I knew, we were just an ordinary little pack of dogs.
Wow, look at this super happy, normal family, guys. Just a couple of human beings just vibing, chilling outside. Wait, hold up, these aren't people? Yo, what's a furry? Nah, but for real, why did they give bro his own fursuit and everything? Did he have to do some rite of passage ritual? Did he have to go outside, find the nearest fire hydrant, and piss on it while on all fours? Did they take a giant bone and knight him after he chased down the mailman?
Actually, one of my earliest memories is of my ma, on all fours in the bathroom, saying, "You must never let anyone see your skin suit. Only take off your fursuit on Sundays to bathe."
You know, I really hope they wash those fursuits more than they wash their body. Because a once-a-week bath is just, man. Especially living out in the country on a farm, you know they was putting in that work, sweating, getting nasty. And how do they even afford the fursuits in the first place, dude? I thought they were just simple, humble farmers who just lived out in the country and minded their business. Seriously though, fursuits are like really expensive, like in the thousands of dollars. How did they afford one off of just growing a couple of crops of wheat and corn and trading it at the local market in a small town? How big of a farm did they have? I have so many questions.
There were no mirrors in the house, so the only time I ever really saw my own full skin face was in the blurry, rippled reflection in the bathwater. It was a sorry sight, bald and pale, My dog face was much more handsome.
Dude, this is so me when my girl says no to a syrupy foot job under the table at Waffle House. Nah, but seriously though, he's out here saying skin suit, my meat suit. Like, bro, you're a human being, not an alien from goddamn outer space. Honestly, with the way that he's talking about just being, I don't know, a homo sapien, I think this guy might actually still be a furry. Bro might want to go back to all those therapists and get a charge back, because I don't think the therapy is working, dude. It's also weird that someone would go to therapy for being a furry, unless you, like, actively did the diddly with some doggos, then I don't think you need to go to therapy for just liking some art, dude. There's not really anything wrong with liking a certain art style. You know, it's the same as liking anime, bro. Dude is over-exaggerating to the max.
Anyway, Ma and Pa told me it was illegal to go around in just skin suits. They made a point of drilling into me that we would be put down if anyone ever saw us without our fursuits.
And bro believed that? I mean, I get kids are stupid. Our parents back in the day made it seem like if we turned the light on in the car while they were driving, that we would actually die. But to just straight up tell your kid it's illegal to not be a furry, okay? If you're just a normal human being, you will actually go to jail, drop the soap, and get booty is absolutely insane, bro. Like, just let a kid be a kid. No need for all this extraness. I think I'm starting to understand why this dude went to therapy. This is honestly kind of bad.
Of course, that horrified me, to the point where I had never even left the farm boundaries. Paul was the only one allowed into town to do his trades. In the whole 15 years of my existence, I had never seen anyone other than my own dog parents.
Honestly, this would make a great plot for a horror movie, I'm not gonna lie. Somebody needs to call Jordan Peele and get him to start writing the script, dude. I'm talking Midsommar vibes, alright? Just picture this, right? Close your eyes and imagine these words I'm about to say. Opening shot. The parents in the fursuits are walking their son on a leash, alright? Kid's probably like 12 years old. So you got little homie in the fursuit being walked on a leash, and they just walk by some normal people and then just eerily stare at them while they all piss on the same fire hydrant.
Naturally, I was homeschooled. I guess that's the best way to describe it. Paul basically just taught me dog mannerisms, like how to dig up beets and pee outside against a tree, out of an opening in my suit.
Why does this video keep getting worse and worse? I keep making jokes and they turn out to not be jokes, they turn out to be real. Does every joke I tell turn into reality? No, but seriously, I don't think these people are furries anymore. There's got to be another term for what these people are, alright? Because I know furries, I got some furry homies, and I don't think any of them have ever gone outside in a fursuit and pissed on a tree. This isn't exactly what I pictured when I hear parents say that they're potty training their kid, dude.
As I grew, Mom sewed me bigger and bigger suits, with more fur and larger features. Every now and then, I'd finish my weekly bath and find a new suit laid out beside my bed. Some nights, I'd be lying in my bed and would hear weird howling noises coming from my parents' room.
Bro is about to have a canon event on walking in on something he doesn't want to see. Also, unironically, how do you even do the diddly in a fursuit, bro? Like, I genuinely have so many questions. I hear all these stories on, like, Twitter and TikTok and stuff about the crazy stuff that goes on at fur cons. How is it even possible, bro? Also, the fact that homie is genuinely sleeping in a human-sized dog bed. Where did they even get that living out in the middle of nowhere on a farm? Did they drive 2 hours over to the nearest PetSmart in a major city and then be like, yeah, this seems like a good one, check out while wearing their fursuits and just freak the fuck out of a random cashier? That actually happens, by the way. I got a homie who works at Petco and he's told me some crazy stories, dude. Holy shit.
But I was a little afraid of Pa, so I never dared to ask about it. I just put my paws over my ears and try to sleep. To me, it was normal. But everything changed the day there was an unexpected knock on the front door.
But then everything changed when CPS came and attacked. No, but seriously, what even is this storytelling? I'm not interested. I'm struggling to make it through this video, dude. Like, all I'm hearing is, hey, I was a furry. My parents were, like, low-key abusive and, made me pee on trees. I don't even know what toilet paper is. Actually, yeah, that begs another question. Did bro have to poop outside? When did he discover toilet paper? Did he grow up, move out of his parents' house, go to a Walmart for the first time, and be like, I can wipe my ass? Dude was probably so excited after he found out about that shit, walking around like the Charmin Bears.
I started barking like mad, while Ma and Pa frantically ran around the house. Suddenly, a face appeared at the window. Through a gap where one of the old boards had fallen off, I saw eyes staring at me, and a strange skin face. It was kind of like the reflection I'd seen in the bath.
Yeah, that's called another human being. You may or may not know what that is, considering your, situation. But I actually can't believe that the entire family was on all fours, barking at the door like I show speed every time he sees a dog in public. These people 100% chase off the mailman every time he tried to drop off their water bill.
But at the same time, completely foreign. Without warning, bright flashes of light burst through the hole and lit up the room. I yelped in shock, sensing we were in danger, but not knowing why or what it was. Defensively, I stood up on my hind legs and pawed at the gap. Pa pushed me out of the way and shouted in a deep, booming voice, "You are trespassing! You need to leave now!" The light disappeared and I heard the sound of footsteps running off into the distance.
You know, somebody should probably just old yeller those parents. I'm just saying. Look, I'm just saying. This is America. Ain't no problem 12 gauge can't solve. But I'm sorry, that was me finding out about the creepy dog family, and I just saw somebody be like, "You need to leave." I'd probably just start busting out laughing, seeing someone in a fursuit try and threaten me. Like, "Oh, wow, so scary. You're dressed up as a fluffy dog. Wow." The dad out there sounding like one of those anime kids back in high school threatening to do a Naruto jutsu on you in the middle of math class.
I was so confused. Ma explained that it was a man, and we couldn't let him near us because he didn't have his fursuit on. The next day, our house was raided. The door was kicked down and more men with smooth, furless suits and naked skin faces swarmed the property. Before I knew it, I was pulled away from my parents and dragged into a waiting car, separated from them for the first time in my life.
FBI, open up!
Bro, 100% the lady at the shop snitched. The feds who had to do that raid must have been having a really weird day. I can't imagine busting down somebody's door and seeing a bunch of full-grown humans and however old the child was literally on all fours barking at the door. That must have been some really weird paperwork to have to fill out after this, dude. Jesus Christ.
I was taken to a place where they kept trying to take off my fursuit. I lashed out and tried to bite them, not understanding that they were just medics, wanting to check me over. That was 4 years ago. Apparently, the face at the window that day was a man from the land surveyor's office.
Bro was really trying to bite the doctor with a mask on. Clearly he wasn't the sharpest tool in the shed. Now that I think about it, how did they eat? If they weren't allowed to take off the suit except for the 30 minutes out of the entire week where they finally got to scrub their ass, how are they able to eat? Did they just blend together a bunch of dog food smoothies and stick the straw through the eye hole of the suit? Honestly, bro, this cartoon sucks. I miss 4Kids. I miss Disney XD, man.
He was on a routine visit, but instead took photos and notified the authorities of my living conditions. My parents were charged, and I ended up being placed into foster care. It's been tough adjusting to what everyone else calls normal life. I've had to learn to read and write a bit, and really miss the comfort and warmth of my fursuit. It was a big part of my identity.
And yeah, that's it. That's the end of the video. Turns out the kid couldn't read, write, or even talk at all. All he knew was woof, woof, bark, bark, I go piss on tree. And at least we got somewhat of a happy ending with the parents going to jail, so I guess slight W there. Honestly, I'm going to have to give this animated story a 4 out of 10. They had some good world building, but not very accurate storytelling. You know, I had so many questions. They left so many plot holes. Not a lot of things answered when it came to the logistics and technicalities of things. I have a lot of critiques. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, then Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video and agreed with anything I had to say, then drop a fat like on it and subscribe if you're new. I'd really appreciate that. Also, moral of this story is, if you pee outside even once, if you pee on a tree even once, you will actually turn into a dog. It will literally be like the sequence of Ben 10 turning into Heat Blast, dude. Seriously though, all jokes aside, I really hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. I've been Lofi. Peace out, broskies.